Once again, a very warm welcome to everyone. I would like to request all our employees of Sarla Aviation to kindly move out, please, followed by the delegates. In keeping with a tradition familiar to every Indian engineering and manufacturing endeavor, we begin with the breaking of the coconut, a gesture that marks the start of something significant and wishes it well. We will be starting with the inauguration shortly. There was a delay at the airport, sorry about that. The delegates can now move out, please. Alongside, everyone else can also step out and assemble outside for the inauguration. Distinguished guests, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Shri Mohan Naidu ji, and our esteemed guests. I would like to request everyone to please kindly take their seats. Dear guests, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Shri Mohan Naidu ji, and our esteemed guest with a thunderous round of applause. Sir, on behalf of the entire Sarla Aviation family, thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence. Requesting everyone to be kindly seated. With that, we move into the formal proceedings of this morning. May I now request the Honorable Minister, our founders, and our distinguished guests to kindly take their seats. Welcome, sir. Good morning once again, and what a wonderful morning it is. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone from Sarla Aviation, welcome home, because that is what this building is to us, and today it is yours as much as it is ours. We are gathered at a defining moment for this company, and we believe for India's aerospace journey. The world is entering the age of advanced air mobility, electric, quiet, and vertical. And for the first time in the aviation history, India is not waiting to catch up. India is at the front of the queue. Sir, on behalf of the entire Sarla Aviation family, thank you once again for gracing this occasion with your presence and for the government's belief in what a young Indian aerospace company can build. Now, it is my privilege to invite our co-founder and CTO, the engineer behind everything you have just seen, Mr. Rakesh Gaonkar, followed by our co-founder and CEO to share the vision behind it all and behind this headquarters, Mr. Adrian Smith. Please give a thunderous round of applause.
Test. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. You are as surprised to see this cow video, I would guess, as I would have been 5 years ago if you told me that I would speak in front of this crowd. This is my hometown. This is where I grew up in South Germany. And if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would inaugurate this office together with all of you, I would have probably not believed it and bet every single cow in our village against it. I have lost that bet. And the man responsible for that is here with me today, Rakesh. And so I think a good start to the day will be, Rakesh, how did we end up on the stage?
So just for the fact that Adrian and I have worked for 7 years in prior coming to make our own startup. So we were actually colleagues together in one of the eVTOL startup earlier in Germany. So I spent like 13 years there. So the reason why, there has to be see, Adrian has never been to India or never closely to even Asia, and the idea to bring him here should be very, very unique for it, right? So I remember all of us, just an example, we all been stuck in traffic, and in the rear view mirror, all of us have seen a ambulance trying to get past through the whole traffic, right? And the scary part is, imagine if you're now inside that ambulance, it's very scary. I mean, I have been once had the experience of being inside the ambulance, and that feeling stayed within me until I kind of wanted to do something around it. Like Adrian and we are from mobility solution provider. We worked for a lot of mobility solution provider, and that we wanted to do something that impacts people's life, right? And during lunchtime, I always used to have this conversation: how can we change? How can we have impact? And that's when I understood that Adrian and we have a similar thought process. The foundation is very similar. So I pitched him let's do something. Like I told him one thing, right? In your world, I have never seen someone losing life being stuck in traffic, right? And but it's very different when I hear about things happening in India. And that's when I said, Adrian, let's try and solve this basically, And that's when I pitched him. And he said immediately yes to it. He's like, yeah, that is exactly what I was looking for all this while. And that changed everything from there. And here we are now.
Here we are now, yeah. And I think what has been proven true is, and I was mentioning that to Prashant sir earlier today as well, the odds of this company existing have been very, very little in the beginning. But all of you are a proof point that this company needs to exist. And so to our mind, we have a right to have an aerospace company in India that builds fully indigenized aerospace systems that can transport people, something that the country has never had. And with this new technology that we have with electric propulsion, we are now in a very significant point of this journey where we can indigenize this entire supply chain and the entire manufacturing and IP ownership here for the first time. So I think as we were on that journey, we were realizing all of these things. And that's largely why this large group of people is together today. But I think, Rakesh, like most exciting sort of thing, now we have a beautiful new headquarters, which we're going to show all of you. What can people expect over the next 12 months? And then I think after that, we'll leave it to our honorable speakers.
So every 18 months, we actually have a new prototype, right? So as we speak, there is another prototype being built, which will be delivered in the month of January next year, which is going to help us do the transition flight. Very important milestone for every eVTOL, because a lot of control laws are being fine-tuned, and that learning can be put into the full scale. The plan is to have a full-scale flying bird in June 2028. That's the plan, basically, right? We believe that Viksit Bharat, which is 2024, the backbone for that will be the advanced air mobility, on which it will be, so that's the vision. We are your Team India, basically. We want to make sure that we make all of you proud by doing something this crazy, basically, and we're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for celebrating with us today. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, Adrian, for the reminder of why this journey began and why it had to be in India. This morning is not Sarla Aviation's alone. It belongs equally to institutions and leaders who have made Indian air mobility program possible. In line with the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are building heavy payload UAVs in India that carry immense value across both civil and defense applications. These platforms support mission-critical operations such as casualty evacuation, logistics and resupply, disaster response, and humanitarian aid. It is our honor that senior representatives of the Indian Armed Forces are in the room with us here today. I would like to take this opportunity to invite Air Commodore Vivard Singh of the Indian Air Force to share a few words with us. So.
Shri Mohan Naidu ji, Hon'ble Minister of Civil Aviation, distinguished guests and colleagues from aviation and defense fraternity. Jai Hind to everyone. It's an absolute honor and a privilege for me to be here today on this momentous occasion. It's a historic occasion at Sarla Aviation headquarters. I have been in the, I came here with a lot of excitement and curiosity, because moments and the events of this kind of proportion are witnessed very rarely. I have spent over 30 years in aviation, in cockpit, and most of it was as a part of the experimental test pilot in Tejas light combat aircraft. And I've understood one thing, that building aircraft from blank sheet to something which is flight worthy and certified is truly a remarkable thing. It requires same kind of discipline, dedication, tolerance to setbacks, and more importantly, the conviction that you are going to reach your milestone or you're going to reach your goal. And this is something which is not very different from what in aeroplane in the Air Force paint scheme looks like from a civilian one. And this is the spirit which I saw from today morning at what Sarla Aviation doing is with Shunya. Shunya is India's first indigenous eVTOL aircraft of this capacity, and their demonstrator, Shala, has already done, I believe, 500 flight tests and about 18 hours of hover testing, which itself is a rigor which is quite challenging, and it's quite a remarkable thing for a company which is still very young, just about 3 years old. And I recognize that the team has got that technical expertise, as well as the deep process-driven approach to this whole program, which is something which is necessary for this success. It's also heartening to see that the Indian industry is also catching up and adopting the new future technologies in aviation. And that is quite encouraging for us. And for the defense services, it means a lot. That shift means a lot. Because we have now an Indian ecosystem, which makes its own airframe, its own automation system. There is technical expertise for the electric motors, the avionics and things of that nature, which is developed and which becomes developed within the country. It becomes affordable and also becomes competitive. And this ecosystem is something which Indian Air Force also looks forward for its own indigenization source. So this industrial base, once it's developed, gets developed, it also supports the defense services. In the end, I would, first the heartiest congratulations to Rakesh Gaonkar, Adrian Schmidt, and the entire Sarla Aviation team of the young engineers, energetic engineers, and wish them all the very best. Wish them all the very best and look forward to seeing Shunya flying over the skies over Bangalore and beyond very soon. Best of luck once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of encouragement. May I now take this opportunity to invite Major General Bharat Mehtani, General Officer commanding Karnataka and Kerala, Indian Army, onto the stage, please.
Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Mohan Naidu ji, Mr. Rakesh Gaonkar, Mr. Adrian, founders of Sarla Aviation, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would firstly like to congratulate Sarla Aviation Private Limited for developing niche and state-of-art technology in air mobility and specialized defense application, which showcases the resolve of the company towards the Atmanirbharta in both defense and civil aviation sectors. I would also like to place on record my compliments for the Sarla Aviation, who have achieved remarkable accomplishment, becoming India's indigenous eVTOL company and successfully manufacturing and testing India's first eVTOL platform Shunya with a range of 160 kilometers in an extremely short span of time. Advanced air mobility with vertical taking off and landing ability will be the instrumental in move of troops and equipment during various operations being undertaken by Indian Army and will greatly help in reducing the induction timings, which are critical for success of any operation. On behalf of the Indian Army, I convey my best wishes to Sarla Aviation for all their future endeavors with indigenous technology and manufacturing capability and to contribute towards Atmanirbharta and Viksit Bharat. Jai Hind.
Thank you to both our distinguished guests for the confidence placed in our team. Our aircraft will one day fly from India's airports, and one airport has backed the idea from the very beginning. May I now invite Girish Nair, Chief Operating Officer, the leadership of Bengaluru International Airport, to speak on BIAL's belief in eVTOL and the progress that we have made so far. So.
Morning, Honorable Civil Aviation Minister, distinguished guest, and ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed a privilege to be here on this occasion of inauguration of this new office. And I must say that every great transformation begins with a bold idea, and maybe today is a time, and they say there is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. And what excites me about this is the core of aviation, which is that 4-kilometer strip. And I always say that a 4-kilometer road is a distance, but a 4-kilometer runway takes you to millions and millions of miles. And here we are actually disrupting that, and we are saying that we are going to, transform that whole core of aviation, which was that 4-kilometer strip. So I'm extremely excited about this, and as airport operator today in the morning, we were with the Honorable Minister, and we were saying that how do we take the steps and the initiatives to always be an innovator and a pioneer in getting a couple of things, which is operational efficiency, safety, and customer experience. And this would be a very interesting milestone for the last mile connectivity. And we were today morning talking with the Uber leadership, Sarla Aviation leadership, that how do we stitch this whole thing together for a seamless customer journey. And there is no doubt that this will be a great innovation that we all will witness and experience as an ecosystem. With this, thank you very much and all the best for Sarla.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, forgive me for saying this, but tighten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We now arrive at what many of us consider the defining moment of this morning. DOA, Design Organization Approval, is the DGCA's formal recognition under CAR 21 Subpart J that an organization has the design capacity, procedures, and independent checking system to design aircraft, systems, and components to certified standards. It is the foundational first step of the certification path. With DOA in place, the organization is now qualified to take its designs forward for type certification with the DGCA, marking a significant milestone for indigenous aerospace design capability. Well, now may I invite the Honorable Civil Aviation Minister to hand over the Design Organization Approval Certificate to our founders and the leadership of Sarla Aviation team. May I invite Krishna, Ravi, Kanan Sir, Sadat, Payal onto the stage. For Sarla Aviation, this is a proud morning and we are honored to receive it. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarla Aviation is now a Design Organization Approval holder, a milestone that places this company firmly on India's certified path to flight. Thank you. Well, no aircraft is built alone. Every capability you have seen this morning rests on a growing ecosystem of partners. And it is that ecosystem that we recognize now. Our first signing this morning is a tri-party agreement. So may I invite Mr. Madhur Gopal, Vice President Marketing, Manipal Hospitals, Mr. Subhash Chandra Nayak, Head of Operations, Mars, and Mr. Shaju Nambiar, Chief Executive Officer, Aerome Air Ambulance, to join us on the stage with the Sarla Aviation team. Please, a thunderous round of applause. Mr. Gopal, may we invite you to say a few words? Subhash.
Good morning, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Mohan Naidu, sir. Distinguished guests, media persons, and ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, congratulations to Rakesh, Adrian, Payal, and entire Sarla Aviation team, and thank you for having us here. Today, we are privileged, on behalf of Manipal Hospital, to announce a tri-party agreement between Manipal Hospitals, Sarla Aviation, and Aerome Air Ambulance Service Provider. As you all know, this ambulance space in India right now is definitely a painful journey. be it road ambulance or maybe air. Today, if somebody met with an accident and waiting, and it is not in doctor's hand or neither in the patient's hand or somebody, whether he is going to save or sustain or not. It's all depending on the traffic condition, and that's where we are. Whereas, when it comes to air ambulance, it is not everybody's cup of tea. People from tier 2 and 3 cities are just not able to avail these services, mainly because of two aspects. One, a lack of infrastructure, and two, because of the non-affordability or the cost. Thanks to Minister Sir for allowing and supporting this entire initiative, where this entire initiative is going to bring up the whole set of infrastructure in the country and going to bridge the gap where we can work collectively towards saving life. We, Manipal Hospital, are very excited to work in this entire initiative with Sarla Aviation and Aeromed to set the SOP to develop a strong protocol. How can we reach out to the last person of the society in the country and take the premium emergency or maybe healthcare service to the tier 2 and 3 cities. With this, I would like to thank you everyone having us here, and all the very best, Sarla Aviation.
Thank you so much, Subhas sir. Our second signing, may I invite Mr. Nirbhay Kumar Lumdes, Senior Vice President, ESG Prestige Group, to join on our stage with our team at Sarla Aviation. Sir, kindly a few words, please.
Good morning, everyone, and what an occasion to be here. Nice to see the Union Minister just back from launching and inaugurating the Bhogapuram Airport. Congratulations, sir, to you. That's one of the biggest assets that we have really built in Andhra. Few words of congratulations to the team for having a brilliant office over here. I guess it's an experience and innovation at a scale. I'm sure we are going to solve something much bigger and better at a scale that really matters to the country towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. As Prestige, we always believe that the cities of tomorrow require infrastructure that anticipate the future, not merely respond to the present. We are looking at far ahead of the times for sure. As Bengaluru continues to grow, so does the need for the smarter, cleaner, and more integrated mobility solutions. That's a need of the hour for sure. And of course, the partnership with Sarla Aviation is an important step in that direction. And we look forward to working very closely. By exploring vertiport-ready infrastructure within our own development properties, we are preparing for a new mode of transport, and we also helping lay the foundation for India's advanced air mobility ecosystem. Of course, the collaboration reflects the power of public-private partnership, where innovation, sustainable planning, and responsible real estate development come together to create long-term value for our cities and communities. We are delighted to formalize this partnership today in the presence of Honorable Minister, and look forward to working closely with the Sarla Aviation to help shape the future of urban mobility, not just Bengaluru, but in India. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you to the Prestige Group. Our third signing, may I invite Mr. Rubin Pathar, Chief Operating Officer, GOBP, to join us on stage. A few words, sir.
morning, everyone. Honorable Minister Naidu and honorable guest. This is a great honor for us as GeoBP Pulse. We are part of the organization Reliance and BP International, and we focus on accelerating the decarbonization in India, and this is a perfect mission for us to embark on. We like this partnership. We would be cooperating with trying to put the infrastructure for the vertiports, but I think the bigger mission is we want to make the cities work, and I think we all know why this would work for Bangalore. This is also a very important day and year. In 1926, BP started to fuel aircraft globally. And 100 years later, we're tying up a partnership with Sarla. So this is going to be great for us. We look forward to it. And congratulations to the team.
Thank you, sir. For our fourth signing, may I invite Mr. Venkatesh Ramachandra, Global Managing Director, Jepson 4Flight, to be on stage with us, please. Sir, may we invite you to say a few words, please?
Honorable Minister, respected dignitaries, and all the incredible team of Sarla Aviation. Good morning, everyone. We talked about vertiports, talked about aircraft, but one of the most complex area is also navigation. So with 4 complex airports, navigating in Bangalore is an incredible task itself. And happy to partner with Sarla Aviation on this, because like as Jefferson 4Flight, we are market leaders in airspace modeling, navigational database, obstacles, and even the flight deck software. So, but we have been doing things for like South Korea recently and Dubai, other airports, but doing something at home gives us an incredible joy. And I also want to thank the minister, because I was giving him a presentation about our work in South Korea, and he's like, why not here? So that's how this journey started. And Godspeed, and I want to see this aircraft fly, and probably even sit there also in the aircraft when it's flying. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Our fifth signing, may I invite Mr. Praveen Babu, Head of Business Development and Sales, India, Hexel Composites. A few words for us, sir.
Honorable Minister, distinguished delegates, colleagues and friends. It's an absolute privilege for Hexel to be here and witness this great journey. Hexel being a global leader in advanced composite, those who don't know, we are making the material which makes the aircraft lighter, faster, greener. And globally, we are in every program, Airbus, Boeing, Embraer, everyone you say. And in India also, we are very happy to share that we are working in next generation, 5th generation fighter aircraft, all the satellites, all the launchers. And we are very proud to associate with Sarla, where we can enter into the eVTOL space as well. And from the beginning, when we start working with Sarla, what we have always noticed is the enthusiasm and the young energy that they have here. So it's an absolute privilege for Hexel to associate with such a wonderful team. And thank you so much for entering into this partnership. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And our final signing of the morning, may I invite Mr. Manoj Raghavan, CEO and Managing Director, Tata Elxsi.
few words, sir.
Morning, everybody. Honorable Minister and all dignitaries. It's my absolute pleasure to be here, inauguration of Sarla's new office. We do a lot of work on the engineering side. So if you look at the eVTOL, the avionics, and a lot of the software that goes inside the vehicle is something that we work with Sarla Aviation. And it's absolutely fantastic to see the mock-up out here. And, you know, if you look at it, the name Sarla itself is the first, you know, woman, you know, pilot in India. So, and all of you know, JRD Tata is also the first, you know, pilot from India. So there's a natural, you know, fantastic synergy between two companies. You know, we are a pretty old organization, and Sarla is a very new organization. So I'm very happy to see this collaboration, and I strongly believe that coming together, we do not need to depend on any technology that is coming from outside India. We have the capability to build everything in India, especially complex avionics, and we're very proud to collaborate with Sarla, and wish you all the best, and especially to all the young talent that we see here. We believe, the future is in safe hands. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations to all our partners. This is what an ecosystem in motion looks like. Now, it is my honor to invite the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Shri Mohan Naidu ji, to deliver the keynote address to the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day today is. Major General Bharat Mehtani ji, Air Commodore Vivat Singh ji, Mr. Girish Nair from BIAL, Adrian Rakesh Payal from Sarla Aviation, officials from Ministry of Civil Aviation, DGCA, state government, and all the important stakeholders that are here, and most importantly, the hands, the minds, and the hearts behind the beautiful prototype that we are seeing here today, which is the family of Sarla Aviation. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Namaskara and congratulations. So it is very exciting. It is very exciting for me as Minister of Civil Aviation to be here and to see the great progress that you have made over the last few years. And in fact, this I feel is a very historic milestone, not only for the Sarla Aviation, but also as a country. And it is a very proud moment that we have a full-scale Indian eVTOL here that the Indian engineers designed, the Indian hands built, and which the Indian skies will proudly carry. Sarla Aviation is receiving the design organization approval today, which is a proud reflection of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And I would also, so the design organization approval was a commitment from my side to Rakesh when we recently met. He wanted to invite me to be here for this event of the headquarter launch and all the other MOU sign up. Then he requested me actually that the design organization approval be given on this day. So I've committed myself that as a sign of support, how the ministry wants to promote this whole industry, I'm going to keep up my word, and I'm very happy that we have kept my word and we have given you the design organization approval, which is in fact a landmark, moment for a company of this stage. And today I see that we are making a powerful call that India is no longer content with being only a consumer of advanced technologies. We have proved that we are capable to design, we are capable to develop, and most importantly, build the next generation technology right here, right in the country itself. And if you look at some of the grand achievements that we have made as a country, landing on Moon's South Pole that no country has ever touched, launching close to 400 foreign satellites, exporting defense technology. We have been the largest consumer in importing defense technology, but today we are proudly saying that we are exporting defense technology to more than 100 countries across the world. Operationalizing of UPI payments. This is a statement that we continuously make on how big the UPI sector is there within the country. But the way that we have grown is that operationalizing UPI in countries like UAE and Singapore, we are teaching other countries how to expand their UPI network. Designing and manufacturing indigenous platforms. And we have the pilot training aircraft Hansa, which is there, and transport aircraft like Saras by NAL, Dhruv civil helicopter by HAL, BrahMos supersonic cruise missile by DRDO, Airbus C295, which is the first military make in India aircraft happening right here in the country itself. These are all the statements which we were imagining that we should be doing probably 20 years, 30 years ago. But today, as an Indian, we are proudly saying this is what we do. This has become the new statement of India. So these are all the achievements that we have achieved in a gap of 12 years. And this is what the vision of having a strong, decisive leader as the Prime Minister of country defines how we go forward. So this is a great achievement for the country. And I would like to congratulate each and every team member who has made this possible. So we are really proud. We are really proud of these achievements, but we are not saying that we are the ones who have created it. We as in the government itself. It is collectively the team effort of each and every single person. And I am very proud to stand here today for two reasons. One is what is behind me. Look at this beautiful prototype. I've been looking at it from in pictures all along, and then I was thinking that when will I get a chance to visibly see it. So I was equally excited, just like how the baby finds its toy, its favorite toy from the market and is playing with it. That is how I feel just standing next to this baby right here. So it has been a very exciting and proud moment for me. And just like how the image behind me is very inspiring, I see the other thing is what is in front of me also. The young engineers who have put in their heart and soul to create this thing, when probably everyone was thinking that we don't even understand what you're building. That is when you all come together. You've all come together for a great cause, for something which is very futuristic, for something which has the opportunity to create an impact which nobody can ever imagine. So for coming together and creating that thing, I would like to also say that the picture that I'm seeing in front of me, all the people who are dressed in black, all the people who have these tags. So congratulations to all of you also. You're the ones who have made this day possible. And that success story of Sarla Aviation, the teams that are here taking charge. And I would say that I had the opportunity to meet them in 24 itself. I was very new to the ministry, and I was also like a student trying to learn what the ministry has to offer and what is happening within the ministry. And I felt so happy because when you talk about aviation, all you talk about mostly is about airports. You talk about the Airbus, you talk about the Boeing, you talk about narrow bodies, wide bodies, runway, passengers, flights, the fleet. So that is what takes up 90 to 95% of all of it. And suddenly, while I was going through the portfolio itself, the eVTOLs came up, and I was so happy. I was like cross-checking. eVTOL says in Ministry of Civil Aviation. Are you sure? It is under me. So I felt so happy because it offered me an opportunity to look into the future, to contribute towards the future, to look at something which is going to drive how the Indian skies, and most importantly, how the Indian citizen is going to move around in the future itself. So I felt so proud that this was there in this. And then I wanted to start engaging with the people who are there in the industry. And very soon into me taking charge, I met the team. Rakesh, you were there at the time. Adrian was definitely there. Someone you can not forget once you meet him. And then Payal was also there. So what made me more clueless was having this Indian startup named Sarla. Everything was going fine. We were talking into it. And I couldn't resist myself. So 10 minutes into the discussion, I'd look at Adrian and say, what are you doing here? How did you, from this Europe, from Germany, how did you end up here? And how did you end up in Sarla? So I think he spoke at that time, he told me that, looking at how India is looking at innovation, looking at how India is looking at this futuristic technologies, I felt that this is the right place to be at this moment. And you wouldn't have made me or this country more proud about what you have said, but you're living up to what you have said also. You have joined with the right team members. And this is what I feel India is all about. It is not about just showcasing our strengths to the world, but we are saying that we are partner to the world. Please come join hands together. That is what our ethos has always been, that we want to work together to create these futuristic technologies, which is going to be useful and impactful for the whole world itself. I think what we are seeing, this synergy that we are seeing within Sarla Aviation could be an inspiring story for many, many, many stories which are going to come ahead in the future itself. So I had the meeting with them. Then we also had the signing up of another MOU with the state government of Andhra Pradesh in a CIA event investment summit. I was there at that time, and very proud moment that they were joining hands. And I would like to remind the audience here that it was all due to the vision our Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu ji, has. When you talk about future, when you talk about technology, he's the first one who attracts all those things within the country. And we are seeing great progress in Andhra also. And Sarla Aviation gelling into that story was a great proud moment for me as a Minister for Civil Aviation, and the plans that they have of setting up a sky factory in Timmasamudram. Best wishes for that also. And then I was going to Tamil Nadu for election campaigning, and I landed in Hosur. So they had another prototype there. Very randomly, I just landed and I saw the Sarla Aviation team there. So I had the opportunity to see one prototype that was lying there. So I felt that there is some connection more than just being a Minister of Civil Aviation. I've almost become like your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter. And I also tell you, now being so close with all of you, I'll also be your biggest constructive critic also. So you have to handle that side from me. But I feel so proud that I've seen good part of their journey. From where they were presenting to me, they were showing these books, they were showing me the pictures, they were showing me the vision, to actually seeing this prototype right here. I think there are a lot of people that I need to thank, I need to credit. So this goes to all of them who have made this possible behind me. So what also, another thing that I want to talk about, and where I feel a deep sense of pride, and also I'm impressed with the vision that they have and the intent behind this company of naming this company Sarla. I think that also deserves a great round of applause to Sarla Aviation for picking up that name. It carries a story. Sarla Tukral, which is the first Indian woman to fly an aircraft. Vivrat ji was talking about her, or I think Tata was talking about her. She was the first women pilot in the country. Back in 1936, I believe she got the license. First in a sari. So that it was not just getting a license and following a passion. It was a statement. A bold statement that sky is not the limit for us. We can break the glass ceilings that are there. And I think that story of Sarla, what has started back in 1936, has inspired countless number of Indian women to partner up in this aviation story that we see today as a great success story. So it is a great tribute to her to pick up her name, to add, and not only what we are looking into the past, but into our journey into the future, taking that as an inspiration and carrying that name forward. I really, really appreciate the thought of picking up her name. And because of that, we have also seen, like I've mentioned, lot of women participation in aviation. And one biggest know-how for me being the minister, after coming in and interacting with various people, various stakeholders who are involved in this aviation, one thing I've deeply felt is that people who are in aviation not because of following certain kind of profession, not because of business, not because of their technical know-how or the academic route that they've followed, but it is purely driven by passion. The passion to be associated with the sky, the passion to be associated with innovation, the passion to be associated with something futuristic, something as sorts of a fairy tale energy that it carries. So that passion is something which drives this whole aviation forward. And in that passion, it is great to see a good number of women involved in it. And I always say that, proudly say that in terms of global aviation, the numbers that India shows in terms of women participation is much, much higher. So we all need to appreciate that the way Indian aviation has grown, we have always created that kind of space where women also comfortably come in, they participate, they contribute, and they also lead. So that is a story which we need to build upon. We are halfway through. In terms of pilots, the numbers that we carry is 15% of the pilots are women today, whereas the global average is 5%. But we have kept a target for ourselves that 25% of women workforce in aviation is our immediate target. No matter what, if let it be the airport related jobs or let it be this eVTOLs or whatever ecosystems that we are creating, we want to see more participation of women. So I'm seeing that there are good numbers here in Sarla also. And with the name also being taken as an inspiration, I believe we should cater for more women to participate in this workforce. And now moving on to it is how we are trying to see this eVTOL ecosystem in the country. I think these are some of the questions that always come into our mind when we are trying to build this futuristic technologies. Will this work? Will India fly this way? Will air taxis be possible in the country? Will air taxis be economical? Are they going to reach the grassroots? Are they going to be able to create the visible impact that we want to see? These are a lot of questions that are hanging in front of us when we are going through this innovation. Now, we are coming and asking this. We have answered most of those questions. Whatever questions have been coming, and we are clueless before, but now we have answered most of the questions. But the most important question that we are asking today within the country itself, seeing how this whole progress has happened is India going to lead eVTOL journey for the whole world? I think we have come to that stage where people across the world are looking at India and seeing that how far we have made that progress. And now they are asking, looking at India, is India going to take lead in this sector? So that is a great achievement that we have collectively achieved. And if you see, the West nearly took 10 years to publish the standards for these aircraft. But we published the framework within 13 months. So that is the speed at which we are working here today. And I have to also proudly mention that one of the major contributors for the speed is the regulator, the DGCA. And this has made it much easier for DGCA to be there, and this is a central agency, and to also understand that how important this technology is for the aviation and for the country also, and moving with that speed and focus and that mindset that we also have to be collective partner in this technology, not someone who is in strict like a regulator and trying to see having that rigidness of a regulator, but being a partner and trying to grow together. I think that has changed the whole way this technology is evolving in this country. We have also permitted 100% FDI, which has also improved the business case for these models. And we have not waited for the industry to knock on our door and say that, hey, what are you doing in this sector? What we have done is we have constituted 6 dedicated working groups for vertiports, for eVTOL certification standards, for crew licensing, for air operator permits, for United Traffic Management, and for MRO. So these are some of the major core verticals that we need to establish as we go forward. And I'm very proud to say that there are groups that are already assigned who are working on these things, and we have tried to achieve certain success in that area. The earlier process of certification or the regulator used to be, let us look at what the West is doing. Let us look at some specific countries, how they are looking at this sector and what they are doing. And then that know-how used to translate into Indian context. But today, I have also given them guidance saying that we are ourselves the 3rd largest domestic aviation market. And we have been flying planes in our ecosystem for quite long time, where we have our individual know-how, how the Indian skies are going to operate, how the Indian context is, how do we see technology, how do we see innovation. So there is no point for us at this stage to look at the West or look at these countries and say that, okay, you do something, then I'm going to look at you and do something in my country. Let us work with what the industry is doing within the country. Let us grow with them. Let us evolve with them. And let us see what framework we need to evolve with the know-how and expertise we have. So the mindset in trying to regulate and trying to create these guidelines for these for this eVTOL sector kind of comes from that idea that the regulator himself is a partner in this technology and he is also co-evolving along with the industry. I think that the whole shift in the mindset has also given us a great boost in the speed that we are looking at. And if we go at this speed, I believe that within 2 years, we are going to see this ecosystem flourish in the country. At least we are going to see those first flights after the test flights phase to come into usage for the public, and which I am really excited to see. So this is something which we have in our timelines, that within 2 years, we want to see these successfully flying in our country. And if you look at the kind of use cases that this is going to build up, one immediate use case, and being in Bangalore, it makes much more sense to talk about it, how the decongestion in urban cities is going to happen. One major challenge for India to grow for many years has been our urban planning. It has been kind of a handicap for us. We have been growing in bits and pieces, looking at what is required today and planning according to today. Master plans have been very difficult for us to execute, and the space requirement for the kind of population that we have and the mass urbanization which took place over the last 20-25 years, it took a great toll on our urban master planning, and today we are seeing some of the issues crop up regularly, and that is creating a huge impact for our economy also. There was, I think Uber has done one study, and the kind of calculation that they've done in terms of the impact of the traffic congestion the major cities, metropolitan cities have, if we can avoid the traffic congestion, if we have better planning systems in this, the additional GDP impact that it can create is more than 1.5 lakh crores. This is the immediate impact it can create on our economy and our GDP. So see how much impact that the traffic congestion itself. This is just one example. It is not that this is built just to ease our traffic congestion. There are multiple models. We have the ambulances model that is coming up. We are going to see more applications also, but the immediate application that India can benefit from this air taxis is how we redesign our urban cities. We are already seeing that we can only grow vertical in our urban spaces. So now imagine Bangalore having a satellite town. So you are at a distance of probably 50 kilometers or 40 kilometers away from the city, but these are the machines which will make you literally be in the city itself. So you can stay outside the city. So the satellite concept of you having all your services, your schools, your hospitals built in a separate space outside the city, and you're able to commute to your work or whatever you want to do within the city, within that required time. I think that changes the whole way that we are going to plan our cities, which is going to be a big boost in achieving our standard of Viksit Bharat by 2047. So that is an important application that we are all looking at. And for that, we want to create some specific routes, the specific air traffic management, and the other idea that we have, how we have the ATC, the air traffic control for our regular aircrafts. We want to have a low altitude traffic control, where we are going to see air taxis. We want to see drone ecosystem also flourish. So we want to have a separate air traffic control for these low altitude vehicles, which is also going to seamlessly work together for all the new kinds of technology machines that we are going to come. So with that, I want to congratulate the MOUs that have taken place with Manipal, Tata, and all the other players, Jio, BP, and all that. So congratulations to all of you. Even though we are saying that this is going to come into play 2 years from now, if you have these big players, all the big industry players in their own verticals coming together and trying to partner up with this technology, and in fact, BIAL also from our side, trying to see how the passenger convenience from the airport to his doorstep, how can we make it more seamless? So all these partnerships coming in right here, right today, it means that this is a good business case for all of them. They are so excited and hopeful of this technology that they see that the immediate need for them to partner up with this technology. So this creates a great confidence for this technology itself, which as the ministry also we are very excited to see about. So the economic, not only the economic impact, but it has the significant impact as a country in our planning. And most importantly, I have to talk about is the environmental impact. So what India gave to the world once, India is going to give again to the world, which is zero, shunya. We have given through our mathematical solution. Earlier we have said that zero is going to be our greatest contribution. Zero is going to be our greatest contribution, Shunya, and now we have another Shunya which we are going to contribute to the world. So this is another great achievement for us here today. And more than sustainability, one important aspect that I want to mention here as we try to build up on this technology is the affordability. I have mentioned before that the ultimate success of this is not just creating that business model where we rake in profits, but the impact that it creates to the common citizen. I think that should be the model which we need to crack, because most of the countries, the kind of money that is going into the R&D, the business models that are created, there is still a lot of discussion happening on how do we see this going to the last mile or the grassroots level, every citizen happening. And I see that this is totally possible. We have converted many of these technologies which were supposed to be the highest. One big example is our mobile technology and the data. The kind of money we spend on data is nowhere comparable across the world. It's one of the cheapest we are offering here today. So just like that, we have to ensure that this is not only for a certain class of people or certain segment or just sticking with the urban areas or these metropolitan cities. We have to ensure that these kind of machines fly everywhere in the country, in the rural areas, in the tier 3 cities, in different kinds of, in the hilly regions, in Andamans, in Northeast area. So the diversity of landscapes, diversity of cultures that we have to ensure that this surpasses, this breaks through each and every regional barrier that we have or the kind of social fabric that we have, and we are able to provide this kind of technology to the masses. So as we kind of develop this technology, one important thing that we have to keep in mind as we innovate on this is how we are going to make it reach out to the people at large, to the masses. So that is one important suggestion that I wanted to give you, that never forget that that is the impact that is very, very important for all of us. And I'd like to conclude with this. It has been a great moment for me also in my journey of being a civil aviation minister, being here with this kind of success happening in eVTOL technology, or standing at the forefront leading this technology in a country where people across the world are looking at. So the expectations and the responsibility on the shoulders of you is very, very high. I've come here not only to remind you of that responsibility, but to also tell you that I also carry that responsibility along with you. I will, like I said, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter, and anytime you feel that there is a wall that is there in front of you, let me come with the power that I can have and let me break that wall for you so that you can move forward, you can fly high. So that is my commitment to this industry, especially the commitment to all the great minds that are working in this industry. We have achieved a lot of success, but let that propel us to achieve much stronger heights in the future. So once again, heartfelt congratulations from the Ministry of Civil Aviation to the entire Sarla team. And I have a specific timeline now for all of you guys, which I'm going to strictly watch and I'm going to push so that not only you, but our DGCA also. DGCA is very, approachable to us, but you are in Bangalore. So I'd prefer you have one headquarters in Delhi also, so that it is much easier for me to reach out to you guys. But very happy to see all of you in this important occasion. And thank you for inviting me and making me a part of this. I've been waiting for a long time to, like I said, to see this prototype in hands. And I've had the experience of sitting into it. And it's such an inspiring vehicle. It's such an inspiring machine, not only for what its impact is, but where we were before and where we are today. And what kind of conversations we are having within the country and with the world. So with that expectation, I congratulate all of you. Best wishes from our side and full support and full speed to all the advancements that you're going to make. Thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much for your kind words, sir. Before we close for the day, we are honored to welcome in our midst Honorable Minister Shri Rizwan Arshad, Cabinet Minister, Government of Karnataka, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Before we conclude with the vote of thanks, I would like to invite our co-founder and CTO, Rakesh Gaonkar, to hand over a small token of our appreciation to the Honorable Minister. Sir, as you hold this aircraft model in your hands, may it be a small symbol of the vast ambitions we build together. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my privilege to close today's proceedings with a few words of gratitude. Though a few words barely does justice to how much today has meant to all of us at Sarla Aviation. I would like to begin by thanking the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Mohan Naidu, for gracing this occasion with his presence. Sir, your support for indigenous aerospace, innovation, and the Sarla Aviation journey in particular has been invaluable, and having you inaugurate our new home in Bangalore will always be something we will cherish and remember. Thank you. I want to extend my sincere thanks to our distinguished guests joining us today from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, the DGCA, the Defense Establishment, our investors, our advisors, representatives from the state government, our current and future partners. Your presence reflects the trust and collaboration that brought together this milestone. To our investors whose belief made it possible, and to every one of our commercial partners across hospitality, healthcare, energy, logistics, who have signed on to build this ecosystem with us, thank you for betting on India's eVTOL future. To the members of the media, thank you for helping us tell this story, not just of a company, but of a genuinely indigenous technological advancement. I want to acknowledge our founders, Rakesh and Adrian, whose vision since 2023 has taken us from a concept to over 500 flight tests and this building we stand in today. To every member of the Sarla Aviation team, engineers, regulatory specialists, and support team, none of this would have happened without your work behind the scenes, often unseen and unthanked. Today, thank you. And finally, to everyone who took the time to travel here and be a part of this occasion, your presence is what makes our headquarters a home. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with us, and we look forward to having you back as we take Sarla Aviation and Indian aerospace to the skies. A short video before we close.
Bengaluru, India's tech capital, isn't just slow, it's officially choking.
Thank you so much, everyone. And with that, we come to the end of the formal proceedings of today's morning. We now move into the engineering experience. And once your walkthrough is complete, lunch will be served for all our guests at the Leela Palace. We now invite all the guests to experience Sarla Aviation the way our engineers do, up close. So now the space for the engineering floor is a little limited. That is why we will be taking you through small groups, rather all at once. On the reverse of your ID badge, you will be allotted a number, and the floor coordinators here will help you move forward. So our floor coordinators will call each number in turn and guide you through 12 stations across our headquarters. And from the vision that started this company to the aircraft that stands now as a proof, and as one group completes its walkthrough, the next number will be called. We ask for your patience so that every one of you can experience it. And now I would like to say the closing note. On behalf of everyone at the Sarla Aviation family, thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you to the DGCA, our partners, our investors, and every esteemed guest who has joined us here this morning. The vision was always India's aerospace future. And if this morning is anything to go by, the finest chapters of Indian flight are still ahead of us to be written right here. Thank you for your time today. Please move ahead, and our floor coordinators will help you. Have a good day.
While the minister continues with the engineering.
Everyone else, I would like you to be please seated. We will proceed with group 1 as Honorable Minister will be proceeding ahead. May I also request our friends from the press to kindly connect with the Honorable Minister once he has completed his engineering walkthrough. Our team will guide you to the interaction point. Thank you. We have our technical leads and our engineers on the floor. There are some color codes on the TV screen. If you want to speak to anyone, please follow the ID card tag and you can speak to them. Thank you.
Gracias, te quedas.
When did you finish this one? This one in less than 9 months. But when was that? 2 years before? No, 6 months back. 6 months back. 6 months. Vijayanagara. He's from my area. JT Vijayanagara. So that's please tell me. So he does the structure. No.
Sir.
So this is there is a whole structure. So like when you have the so by so this is 18 minutes 17 feet in length. So we have to build this entire structure less than 1 meter high. Further step is completely commercial. So this is completely commercial and we have used 90% of our entire thing is commercial. And in the future 60% is commercial and all the rest is that means the overall for the 70%. So 70% commercial that means it is closer to a 5%. Civilian, what is the percentage? 45%. So we are doing 50% at least in terms of composition. Is very all the substances and also the fuel gas is but on the wing we have 6 totals. So you see on the fuel gas we have but if it touch your wing there are no totals. So we have in-house designed a special finishing process which is capable of making the same weight for the wing also but also withstanding all the vibrations. So it's just one yes, one single structure. So we will get this system. So for that
ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ. सर जी वेट कट कर ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡಿ ಸಾಕು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಗಂಟ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಡೆ. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಈಗ, ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ, ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಂತ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಾ? ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಾ? ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Testing so that you can see how this is. So this is the technique that is actually made it possible to cover without actually so that you balance.
चलो ना.
This is also the aircraft that also has a
ಅಣ್ಣಾಜಿ ಅದು ಚಲೋ ಕಳಿಸಿ, ಮಹೇಶನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ. ರೋಲಿಂಗ ಕಟ್ಟಿಂಗ ಮಹೇಶನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆವರು ಬರಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಮಹೇಶನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಬೆವರು ಬರಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ.
So if we got 18 hours in the flight, 200 hours has been spent in this first phase. Because it's very different economics than what we've seen from investigators, like 1 million is very like 500K and then maximum money, so that.
ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ರೋಲಿಂಗ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ರೈಟ್.
when you do this hybrid model, what is the major compromise that you are going through? So you're adding more weight and space. So are we going to see a major change in the design also once you have this acquisition? This is
Better.
Oh, that is and this design that you have done, is it very specific to what our requirement is, or you are picking up what's there?
Cut it, Chana.
This is going to be the face.
So many
Getting great advantage. That itself creates many more applications.
Chetana kata. Chetana. One second.
But what happened is it was not enough performance that we wanted. So we served the purpose of our movie, but for transition it was something. And that's a very old technology called radio flux. This is XF plus. Mostly using formula. This is for the first time in India. Someone has built this motor. This is very powerful. This is like something that doesn't exist as of now in the Indian ecosystem as well. So this is it produces around. So imagine this is as powerful as that basically. So but the weight of this is 10 kg and that weight of that is 60 kg. So you can imagine the difference. And
you are involved in doing this one.
So he's actually talking about the motor control.
Yes. Sir, first of all, thank you so much for accepting the support to Sarla Aviation. So we feel motivated as well as really for ideas. This is the motor controller that will be eventually controlling the motor. These are the this aircraft motor will be seen in the hospital. At the time it was working. Now we have added because now it's a service purpose. Now we are working on this at 2.2. And that's more for that we are next this is motor controller. This will work on the 400 volts architecture. And this will be connected to this motor and it will be commanding the signals to it will help us to control the speed of this and with the motor controller we will get the three different characteristics. One would be the electrical characteristics, other would be the thermal, and the third would be the speed of the motor. And then we get the commanding power. And on the feedback part we get these electrical characteristics as voltage, current, and temperature of the motor, and as well as the RPM. So like we'll be able to see like how our motor is performing, and this motor controller will be doing that. And then also
this you will only have it at the back. What about these motors here?
All the motors are one each. This is the motor. It's inside the ring. But what we're building now is this and this will combine together. That's this one basically. So the future is where we will then be able to sell this motors to outside the world also, because this is a category, package for them basically. So what is happening is globally the race for this kind of motor out the world is building up basically, where you can carry 100 kg to 150 kg towards different altitude.
You will be
So,
facilitating
yes.
your competition also.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's fine. No,
That is the thought process.
Yeah, exactly.
You should build up the whole industry.
Yeah, and may the best product win, basically, you know.
Yeah, good share of it.
So, but even here, right, the architecture, like 400 volt is same, right? If you see our current model EV cars are based on 400 volt architecture. All the what exist in India is below 100 volt, basically. So what that means is, in the ecosystem, we don't have something that is readily available that we can just buy and put it in place. But also by going 400 and the one which is 800, it helps us reduce the cable size, weight of the cable reduces drastically, because of which we get a lot of payload back basically. So that's the reason. And so this is for the smaller bird, but this is for the full scale. So you can show you.
This is exactly what you got. Exactly.
800 volt architecture, producing 400 bhp under 30 kg, fully integrated with motor controller and screen. The whole unit stack is
ಚಲೋಣ ಕಳಿಸಿರಿ ಬರ್ರಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ
in this manner, one will lead one will lead, so that you
చేతన కట్ట
That's how we're going to train our pilots. So a lot of simulation hours pilot will spend here and then do again few hours on that. Want to go more up? Yeah. So you're actually flying about the first time we met also, I showed you and now it's virtual prototyping process.
No, I should tell you, we are actually on a focus which is on urban improvement. So urban planning, it's in fact I was in the advisory board with Jeff Naidu. It's good. That's why we're very delighted. We're saying, okay, this is another way to overcome our transformation.
So can we
What's your name? Come here. Who's with me? It's okay. No, okay. Say
that.
Not in there.
ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಮುಗೈತೇನೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಣ್ಣ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಫೋಟೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಂ
This is a company iPhone, keep it with you.
Want to take a picture of the safety store over there? So we can please, yeah.
ಕಟ್ಟಣ ಕಟ್ಟಣ ಕಟ್ಟ
be working here. So that was extraordinary. And then first thing that came to my mind was it is futuristic, and now the future is here if we are talking about it.
Yeah, ಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 1 ಅವರಿಂದ 2 ಅವರ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಜರ್ನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಟೈಮ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್